How you doing? I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Whoever you are, you're a very loving, caring, giving person. You would give the shirt off your back to someone if they needed it. You have had to learn about boundaries, and you got it right with a lot, but maybe there's a little adjustment that you could do with how giving you are. You give everything. You have nothing left. You're feeling completely depleted. And you're about to crash. You're doing too much for too many people. You're giving too much of yourself. Even though it's natural for you to do that. It's leading to crash. Got this half-wave song in my head when I was pulling your cards. It's called Sourdough, talking about giving. Getting nothing in return. Well, not that song. What'd she say? Hold on, let me think. Sorry, I can't remember it without singing it. Cringe warning. I would share my own blood if it helped the ones I love. Though I'd shrivel like a plum, I would smile to see them grow. I got this weight in my lungs from filling them up. I'm driving away from my father's house on a beautiful day, and there's no one out. I'm running from me. I am running from you. I am running from you, from you, from you. Ooh. There's a sadness here. You're giving and giving and giving, and you have nothing left. You're sad, and you're brokenhearted, and you feel alone. You feel alone in your happiness. It's like your joys, nobody's there to congratulate you when you've done something well. They just want to take and go away. So if you're like a mother, it's literally time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? Because you have nothing left. If this is a relationship, it's time to stop. You're giving too much to it, and they're not giving back. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Pentacles, there it is. You need to demand that they... Okay, so this might be a situation where if you don't start to demand some reciprocation, if you don't put your boundaries up from those that want to take and never give back, you will be getting a tower moment here. A tower moment is a shocking event that changes your life forever, and it's out of your hands completely. You know, it's like your divine guide coming in and telling you need to stop giving without getting anything back. You have nothing left, and you keep giving and you keep giving. Or if it's a love relationship, they don't complete you. They're only taking from you. You give love, nurturing, support. Like you are the wind beneath their wings, and all they do is stomp on your back, stand on your neck. And it's the same thing over and over and over again. So that's when the universe comes in and says, hey, no more. And sometimes it's not what you would want. It could be a car crash where now you're the one that literally can't do anything for anyone else. Do you understand? Or like a stroke or something. If you're a CEO, if this isn't a family and this isn't a relationship and you're a boss, you really need to step in and start delegating. Or if you're a manager or something, because you're doing too much. Or if you're giving out orders and you're like in the military and you're getting back strife or conflict. During war, you're all going to die together. You know what I mean? If you don't work together as a team, you're all going to die together. United we stand, divided we fall is really applicable here. And if you're feeling alone, that's a problem. So you need to really stand up and put on your leather jacket with the spikes, okay? Or get out the dog collars and hold them up and be like, don't make me have to collar you. You know, do your job, do what you need to do. Or if this is a love relationship, I mean, it's got to be... The illusion here is that this person's ever going to give you what you give them. They never intended to. That's hard to hear. Why? Let me just cut this. Page 1's in reverse. Fuckboy energy. Big time fuckboy energy. They didn't know the difference between love and lust. And so if you weren't giving them if you weren't giving them their lusty moments, or you weren't giving them their money, this was all about taking from you. All of it. It's all about taking from you. And so they found someone who feels very comfortable giving and taking. Someone very beautiful and luscious as a warm presence. A giver, a nurturer. Someone who is intuitively knows what someone needs. You don't have to be told what someone needs. You'll just present it to them. And that's left you with nothing. Even if it's your family, you have to say no. You have to put your foot down, like I was saying. You know, if you're doing too much, you can have a stroke. Okay? And then they have to take care of you. And if you're with someone who doesn't even care about you, they're only with you to take, you're going to be alone in a room with your leg in a sling. Do you know what I mean? You need to really make sure that you're in relationships that are reciprocal. And if it's a family and they're not reciprocal, and you could do bad by yourself, like you could do better alone than with them in your life, you need to make that decision before the world makes it for you, before the universe makes it for you. You need to make a head-over-heart decision when it comes to someone who cheats on you. If they're cheating on you, they're not your soulmate. If they have another relationship and that's not okay with you and you feel some type of way about it, that's not for you. Everything here is weighing you down. Everything I see is holding you down and standing on your neck and siphoning your energy or sucking your blood. And because you're so loving, you allowed it, or for at least a little bit of time you did. And where did it leave you? With nothing. So you need to slow it down. You need to stop giving, or you're going to end up like I was saying, you know. The universe will force you to stop and force you to be the one that is taken care of here. So if you could stop it before it gets to that point, I think you should. Okay, so what do you do? Besides just putting up those boundaries, saying, I feel sad, I feel alone, I feel depleted, being fixated on fear, being fixated that they will fight back. Yeah, they're going to fight back. That's their problem. The tower's for them at that point if they fight back. If you say, these are my boundaries, and they cross it, not your problem anymore. But it is your problem if you're still allowing it. You see what I mean? This is kind of a harsh message, and you're such a beautiful person that it makes me want to cry. What was she saying? And that's, I'm driving away from my father's house on a beautiful day. So it could have something to do with the holidays. It could literally be a moment where you're driving away from your father's house or your mother's house, and you're like, why am I running away from myself and giving myself what I need, or demanding that those in my life that have promised that they would do it, why have I not held them to their promises? It's something like that. It's a moment. How to avoid the tower. Today, tomorrow, next week. Holy shit. This is unavoidable. There's something coming in that's unavoidable. But have no fear, because what's this Tower? So you're putting up your defenses starting today. Your boundaries. You're nobody's doormat. Nobody's. Even if it's your own kid. If they've gotten away with some stuff. You're putting on your mommy or daddy pants. You're putting on your Darth Vader helmet. Your leather and your spikes. You're standing your ground. You're protecting everything you've worked for because you've been working very hard. And those around you only wanted to take, and not give back. So what's the Tower here? Who's that for? What's this look like? Tower twice, guys. So this isn't for you. It's for whoever was supposed to be the king to your queen. They were supposed to make a decision and they didn't do it. And if that's your partner, it sure does affect you, right? Let it happen. Okay. Tells me everything I need to know. The Tower is not for you. The Tower are for the people that took and took and took and never gave back. The universe is sick of you trying to demand fairness. The universe will demand fairness for you. And so if they weren't working with you, you need to stay away from relationships that are there for nostalgic purposes. Do you have an abusive child? Like, I'm seeing like a son who, and God, this is rough. I'm an immune to past life, triggered still, I guess. But they start with being disrespectful, the son. And then they start getting abusive. And the end of that story, if you don't walk away from that, could be your own death. Or the destruction of the whole house. Or if there are younger children, you have to protect the younger children. So it's not just about you getting what you deserve. It's about the universe coming in to say, this was not fair. And this was going to destroy your life. So I have to destroy their life to get you all apart, or to get you to finally stop giving. It's like someone who donates all of their blood until they have none left themselves. They didn't do their part. Whoever you were dealing with, they didn't do their part. They didn't do their part. What to do, what not to do here. Use your imagination, expect resistance. Okay. So don't go into it feeling like they're going to be able to fight back, because whatever's happening to this person, the universe is absolutely toppling any power they had. So you don't have to be afraid of, ooh, yeah, 5 of Cups twice, Queen of Wands in reverse. God. All it did was tear you down. And I just want to remind you how amazing you are. You are beloved of the universe. You are a queen. You are a king. And you did what you could. Now it's time for you to step away from those that you know are not in the light. It's time for you to focus on your own emotional happiness and satisfaction. If you do not take those steps to do that, you might end up in this Tower moment with whoever that person was. If you're going to stand by your man no matter what, it's the end for you. It's something that you can't come back from. You'll be put in a situation where you are hurt or dependent on them, and they in no way, shape, or form have it in them to nurture you the way you nurture them. This is kind of a harsh message, and I hope that you move forward with, let's see, how do you, I don't know, there's a question here. What's the question? What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Okay. Okay. You had to figure out the difference between love and lust. You had to understand the difference between friends, lovers and friends. I don't know what that means. But you know who you are now. You have self-awareness now, and that person does not. That person does not. It's like they're too smart for their own good. They can't see what's right in front of them. They're selfish. They're narcissistic. This person's never going to change. You can't change a narcissist. And this person was given an opportunity to change, or to be giving, or to be loving, and they didn't take it. So from now on, it's only the people that are willing to work with you, not against you, that you allow in your life. Without shame, guilt, or judgment. So what can you do today for yourself? Wow! Really face it. Really face that this is what happened. Really be honest about what they did to you, what their intentions were, how deceitful they were, how they broke your heart over and over and over again with wave in reverse. Oh, I want to stand up. Okay. There was a lot of betrayal, a lot of lies, maybe even more than you realize. But that's over now. You know, this person was abusive, they were aggressive, they were manipulative, they were a narcissist. They were always in lone wolf mode. They were never trying to be the yin to your yang or your ride or die. That was never their intention. They were there to suck you dry and move on to the next. I can't see that any other way. So it's just the realization, is that it? It's the realization that you were giving to something that's left you depleted, and hoping for them to ever give back is the tower for you. Yeah, they only caused more chaos, emotional confusion. It was like they were with you, but in the back of their head they had like plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D with other people. You know, they were thinking 7 steps ahead for whenever you figured out what a con man they were. That's what I'm hearing. What's the sign? Just so I know what sign maybe were they that you were dealing with. That came out fast. Air sign with a fire moon. I'm getting like an air sign with a fire moon. No more. How do you demand satisfaction? You demand satisfaction. You're going to demand satisfaction, period, this week. If I could find that clip from, what is it, The Simpsons or something? Yeah. Anyone that was wearing a mask is not allowed in your life anymore. Period. Anyone that's in the darkness is not allowed in your life anymore. It's time for your house, which if that's your body, if that's your physical space, if that's your community, if that's your room, if that's your womb. It's time for peace and freedom and joy. And if there's someone in your life that doesn't bring that to you without you even having to ask, like how you are, if you don't have that, they're out of here. And it's just the realization, and you'll take those steps in divine time when you know it's right for you, in the way that you do. So it's in a way that feels orderly to you, and it will feel like freedom. All right, Virgo, I really hope this helps. You're a beautiful person. You're an incredible soul. You've given everything that you could give, and then some. No more. Time to cut off that narcissistic supply, okay? Love you guys. Bye-bye.